Help me reach 100k and we will have a legendary giveaway. 3 copies of Legends Arceus with the #1 winner also winning a Switch system. All you need to do is subscribe and comment on any one of my videos from October 28th to January 28th. The more videos you comment on, the more chances you'll have at winning. Leaving a like or a dislike will help support the channel as well. Be sure to read the rest of the rules on screen, and best of luck with the giveaway. So back when I was a wee little lad and I didn't spoil myself by buying both versions of the same Pokemon game, I was only able to choose one version, and back when Diamond and Pearl came out, I naturally chose Diamond because Dialga was blue. Didn't matter that Palkia was a water type, and water type is my favorite typing. No, it didn't matter because Dialga was blue, and I cared about things being more blue than anything back in the day. And naturally, because I cared about things being blue, I chose Piplup as my first ever starter in the Sinnoh region. Now, Piplup is not my favorite starter at the moment. It is actually, in fact, Turtwig. So my Torterra team is something I'm very excited for. However, I am planning to use Piplup for my first playthrough, and I am in fact planning to use Piplup for Brilliant Diamond. Now, I am excited for my Infernape team as well, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely planning on using that during Shining Pearl, but for the first time, just for nostalgia's sake, I want to use Piplup, but outside of nostalgia's sake, I want to use Piplup with a brand new team that I've never used before. A lot of these Pokemon I have never touched in the in-game scene or even the competitive scene, so it's going to be very exciting. So, just like last time with the Infinite team, again, no spamming Luxray, Staraptor, and Garchomp, although you might see one of them on this team, wink wink. If we use a certain Pokemon on this team, I cannot use it again for another team. And the rules that we're implementing specifically for our Empoleon team here is that we're only going to be using Pokemon that are from Sinnoh in their final evolutions while trying to use some version exclusive Pokemon as well. That means we can use Pokemon from Platinum as well. As long as they're just from the Sinnoh region, we're good. So, let me share with you my Empoleon team for Brilliant Diamond. Starting off with the first member, we of course have Empoleon. Now, Empoleon, like I said earlier, Piplup was the first ever Sinnoh starter I chose, and again, all 3 of the Sinnoh starters are great. Piplup is very, very cute. It is like the mascot of the Sinnoh region, just like a Rowlet might be for Alola. Piplup definitely takes the cake for Sinnoh. Though Empoleon might not have the same impact, I think that's Infernape in that regard for final evolutions, but Piplup is definitely the face of the Sinnoh region, and it's a very cute Pokemon. I love it so much. I think Empoleon being a steel type, water steel type, is fantastic. It was already great, but now that the fairy typing is introduced, I think Empoleon is going to have a lot more usage, or it's going to be a lot more viable, especially if Cynthia has Togekiss on her team, which I'm pretty sure she's going to because of a leak that we saw, not a leak, just an image that we saw on the Pokemon Center website where Cynthia had her Platinum team. So who knows, Empoleon might be a lot more helpful than we think against the champion of the Sinnoh region. On top of that, it can basically learn Water, Steel, Flying, and Ice type moves. So all together, that's a very nice combination of things. And Empoleon as a whole, like design-wise and everything, I really love it, man. Like, if you ever seen the Level X card back in the day for base set Diamond and Pearl, what a beautiful card, bro. Oh my god. Empoleon is such a good Pokemon. Cuckoo used it, Barry used it, so many people used it. I don't know, I can say the same things about all the Sinnoh starters, to be honest. The Sinnoh starter, the trio is so nice, and Empoleon was a fantastic addition to all the water starters as a whole. Love it so much. Next up, we have a Pokemon that I'm very scared to use, but because I used its counterpart in my Pearl team, I'm tempted to use it now. We have Rampardos. So, Rampardos is a pure rock type, and its attack stat is through the roof. However, it just being a rock type, it's not too great, I think. I've never actually used it, right? So I can't really say that for sure either. That's why I want to use it. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only fossil Pokemon that remains a pure rock type, or a pure typing in general. So the thing with Rampardos is it's meant to be a counter or like a parallel to Bastiodon. And Bastiodon was cool because for the most part, it was defensive both ways. Rampardos is mainly just a physical attacker, which is good because you don't want to, it's better to be a physical attacker than a mixed attacker. Problem is, its speed stat is still abysmal. So, all of the stat points went into attack, and that attack stat is massive, but it's just like, dang, what am I gonna do with it? So I thought, you know, because I'm so on the fence about it, I thought it'd be a cool addition, and like, we'll see how it goes kind of thing. I'm more than open to trying new Pokemon and using them, and I've never used Rampardos before. I'm like, why not? It looks like a cool Pokemon. Let's see how it goes. It might prove to be super useful. So it's a big question mark with Rampardos. I know I'm not hyping it up too much, and that's because I can't. I just don't know it too well, so I want to get to know it better, and that's why we're using it on this team in Brilliant Diamond. Rampardos is actually a Brilliant Diamond exclusive, and you know who else is exclusive? Honchkrow! There we go. So you can see the parallels already between the Empoleon team and the Infinite team. By the way, if you haven't seen the Infinite team video, please do watch that first. I should have said that a long time ago, but whatever. We had Bastiodon and Mismagius on our Pearl team. Now we have Rampardos and Honchkrow on this team. So Honchkrow is a Pokemon that I really liked growing up. When I wasn't a big fan of Murkrow, but after we got Honchkrow, I liked Honchkrow a lot, basically. So I really wanted to use it, but I never got a chance to. I don't know how this is gonna fly either, no pun intended, because Honchkrow is a mixed attacker, and it's again not all too fast. I think that's one thing that the team in general is going to be. Besides one Pokemon, I think our team is fairly slow. But I'm pretty excited to use another Sinnoh flying type that is in Staraptor. I love Staraptor, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people are triggered by that video. I love Staraptor, but I use it too often. Alright, and everyone does. That's why I want to give Honchkrow a chance. And like, that's why I want to give Honchkrow a chance. And seeing how good Mismagius was, I'm like, dang. I'm more than ready to use Honchkrow. And Honchkrow already has a good... I already was very fond of Honchkrow just from the get-go. I don't think I've ever used a dark flying type. Yveltal's it's just Yveltal and Mandibuzz, right? For other dark flying types. I never used either of them. Why would I use Yveltal? I've never used either of them. So I'm amped. I'm amped. It's a cool looking Pokemon and it might put in the work. For Lucian, oh thank God. For having a dark type is going to be so helpful. Dark flying too. Oh God, we get to pounce on Gallade. Jeez. Speaking of Gallade, I was going to say this for 5th, but since I just segued into that, yeah, Gallade's on this team too. I love Gallade. Gallade is a Pokemon I've used in the UU format in Smogon and all, so I have some familiarity with it. But Gallade is just another cool Pokemon. I've always tend to use Gardevoir instead of Gallade, so that's the main reason why I'm trying to use Gallade here, and it's a Platinum one, right? Gallade's gonna be cool because this team is actually lacking, this is the first time I'm doing this, but this team is actually lacking both a Fire type and a Grass type. And I don't know who will have for Fire type move coverage. We might not have anybody, to be honest, but I'm okay with that. But Gallade can actually learn Leaf Blade and stuff, so that might be our Grass type coverage. I like Gallade a lot in UU just because it has like Psycho Cut and Train Punch, and it was kind of, I think I was using the Mega Stone with it back in the day. But it was still nice to use, like an Assault Vest Gallade. I had a lot of fun with it. And the Psychic and Fighting type, it's a Medicham type, I know, but I never really used Medicham. But Gallade, I'm super excited for it because, again, Gardevoir was there. I always used Gardevoir. And to finally use the male counterpart to Gardevoir, I'm pretty excited. And yeah, it's a Platinum one, right? Like, the Platinum ones I didn't touch too much, so it's going to be very exciting to use one of them too. For the generic Pokemon of this team, we have Luxray. Now, obviously, I'm getting Luxray well before most of these other Pokemon, but I just wanted to talk about Rampardos and Honchkrow first, and we segued into Gallade, so that's all it was. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to get triggered because I triggered you by a certain video talking about Luxray, Staraptor, and Garchomp, but I still love them. Like, come on now. I just don't want to spam all of my teams with the same Pokemon, that's all it is. And Luxray, I think looking at this team, I don't know when I'm going to be getting most of these Pokemon. I know the last team member will get kind of late, so I think we definitely needed something early game. And Piplup being a water type, having an electric type like Shinx early on will be helpful. There's not much to say about Shinx, to be honest. It's just a cool Pokemon overall. I really like Luxray is just like super cool. It's a super cool electric type. It might not be one of the best, but it is one of my all-time favorites easily, like no question. And it is, I think, a fan favorite as well. I've always used Luxray. I know it's useful. I know it's very helpful. And it's just a cool Pokemon. This is a straight up, just a cool Pokemon. Like, there's nothing much to say about it. But looking at it, I just realized how blue my team is for the most part. I think Gallade's the only team member that doesn't have any blue to it. And that's fine, because our last team member is going to be Froslass. So here's the thing, right? Before I go any further, Gallade and Froslass both evolved from Kirlia and Snorunt respectively through the Dawnstone. I don't know how, and freaking Murkrow evolves through a Dusk Stone, so that's 3 stone evolutions right there. I don't know how I'm going to get a second Dawn Stone. I don't even know if you can in-game. I might have to trade one over or ask someone to trade it to me. I don't know. But I'm more than down to do that. Whatever it takes, I want to get a Froslass on this team. So Froslass is going to be the only fast member, I think, on their team. I didn't look at Gallade speed stat, but I think Froslass is the only one outspeeding most of these Pokemon. So we're running a fairly slow team, which is not something I'm used to. So Froslass is going to be pretty clutch that way. Ice and Ghost. Froslass is something I've been using on Smogon in random battles a lot. I really love Froslass. Like, it's been so gimmicky and so fun. Just a Will-O-Wisp, and it can outspeed with Ice Beam and Shadow Ball, and then Destiny Bond is there if you want to be that guy. It's super cool. I don't know. Froslass, I've used Gallade a few times, but I've never touched Froslass, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be so fun to use. And this is the thing, right? We have Ice, Ghost, Psychic Fighting, and Dark Flying. I don't know what I'm seeing there, but it just seems super cool to have those 3 type combinations on this team. And I've never thought about using Froslass until recently. It was only a recent like, yo, why don't we just use Froslass? I'm like, bet. I hope Candace has a Froslass too. I really do. I hope that's her ace, because Froslass is a much better ace than Abomasnow. Though Abomasnow will be super supportive in our team. But yeah, on this team, I think Froslass will be fantastic use against Garchomp. Oh my god, I just realized this thing can probably outspeed Garchomp. I don't know Froslass's speed stat total off the top of my head, but I feel like it might be able to outspeed a Garchomp, which will be so good. Oh, thank god. And does it have Levitate? Oh my god, wait a minute. Okay, it doesn't have Levitate, but it is outspeeding a Garchomp if the levels are similar and if I don't get a negative speed nature. So, bro, we might be set. This might be super fun to use. I'm excited. So this is my Brilliant Diamond team. It's Empoleon, Luxray, Rampardos, Honchkrow, Gallade, and Froslass. A weird team for sure, but a team that I've really grown to love in my heart, and I'm very, very excited to use. It's gonna be the first team I try out when I get Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and I'm super amped. So, next up, we have the Torterra team, and that will be the last for this set of videos. I've been enjoying it so far. It's been a lot of fun just to ramble on and talk about the various teams I have going on in my head. The next team will focus solely on being kind of like a Platinum team. We had Diamond with Empoleon, Pearl with Infernape, Platinum, Aircoat Platinum will be Torterra, alright? So, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys on the next video.